There are many different animals in our world. While this diversity is often beautiful, it sometimes brings brutal encounters as well. Today, we will look at some of the most dangerous animal fights of all time. Buckle up, because you're in for a surprise. Also, only 2% of viewers are subscribed. Don't forget to subscribe. This puma was seriously beaten after catching a guangoki, but it held its neck and eventually triumphed. Not all winners are the ones who dish out the most punishment. Elephants are among the smartest animals in the wild, and sometimes they attack other animals either out of necessity or for sport. Bears are some of the wildest animals, and when they fight with each other, it's even fiercer. The fight between two male bears over dominance over females. Once a python has you, it won't let go. This monkey truly understood this while being strangled to death, as its friends helplessly watched and even tried to help but failed. At first, this lioness seems to be chasing an antelope for a fresh meal, but it turns out she's just protecting it from her herd. Lions are typically cold-blooded killers, but this one decided to be nice for a change. Meanwhile, a hyena mistakenly walked into a lion pride's territory, and as expected, it didn't end well. This snake and moray eagle locked jaws, and in their fight, they fatally bit each other. Sloths, often perceived as lazy and harmless, actually have claws as sharp as knives, and this sloth taught an ocelot a lesson it would never forget. A hawk caught a snake by the neck, but little did it know that the snake was taking it wherever it wanted. This orcapod proved that orcas are undoubtedly death machines of the ocean after successfully hunting a great white shark. In the reptilian battle, a tokay gecko tried to fight a snake but was too slow. I hope it knew what it was getting itself into. This leopard tried to hunt a wild boar but couldn't chew it properly. This baboon thought it could easily eat a baby pharaoh's mouse, but it underestimated how tough a group of pharaoh's mice can be in battle. In a zoo, monkeys bullied and harassed otters for years, until the otters banded together and took revenge by drowning their leader. These two deer decided that the best place for a showdown was a bath in Alaska, and they started breaking each other's noses and mouths. Interestingly, one of the deer had a blue ribbon around its antlers. Eventually, the deer with the blue ribbon won the encounter. These bears felt threatened by each other's presence, and the only solution was a fierce fight. They started slow, but it quickly escalated into a violent brawl. After fighting non-stop for a minute, both of them got tired, took a break, and went their separate ways. You might wonder why a lion is digging like crazy. It's not random. It's because the lion smells wild boar down below and is hungry. Eventually, after enjoying the feast, the lion gets rewarded. Jaguars are known for their extraordinary stealth and ability to move silently, which is why this swamp deer didn't even realize it was being stalked. When a rooster encountered an angry dog, it turned into a Conor McGregor versus Khabib-style fight. The rooster didn't like the way the dog was looking at it and attacked. Monkeys can be extremely dangerous when enraged, while the dog didn't want any part of the fight and fled. When you're a fish eaten by another fish, only to be later regurgitated and eaten by a shrimp, wild boar tusks can be longer than an entire foot, and these deadly weapons are not to be ignored. These two wild boars fought for about an hour before the cameraman called it a day. When a rival seal appeared, this male seal knew it had no choice but to fight. Seals are incredibly agile in the water, and these two battled for control of the beach, with the beach's new ruler claiming victory without wasting any time. Wild dogs and wild boars are two gladiators fighting in the African savanna. When a wild boar tried to fend off a large pack of dogs, it did its best. But once the dogs caught it, it stood no chance. Animals are naturally aware of their surroundings for survival, and this antelope sadly didn't have that awareness. Taking down two hyenas is child's play for this rhino mother. But there's a catch. The hyenas aren't after her, they're after her calf. She has to fight twice as hard to protect both herself and her young. This crocodile thought it could handle the biggest land animal, but the elephant took it for the ride of its life in return. This crocodile took a big bite out of the zebra's side, but while the zebra tried to fight back, it was in the water, which was the crocodile's domain. When two horses started fighting at a carnival, one couldn't help but be amazed. One horse kick can generate up to 2,000 pounds of force, as seen in their fight. Wild boars can be terrifyingly savage, known for taking down animals twice their size. These wild boars attacked a baboon and started devouring it without delay. Whether this was for food or just because they didn't like each other remains unclear. These two silverback gorillas had issues with each other and knew only one way to resolve them: by fighting. It's already known how hard it is to escape a Komodo dragon. Their stomachs are so large and their acids so strong that they can consume up to 18% of their body weight in one meal. When a donkey tried to mate with a zebra and was rejected, it received a few kicks to the face. This baby elephant, saved by its mother from being crushed by a crocodile, narrowly avoided becoming the crocodile's meal. Chasing this frog is child's play for a snake, but the real question is how it will eat it. Snakes can stretch their jaws and adjust them to swallow their prey whole, even swallowing hyenas. This deer, too close to a Komodo dragon, seemed to want to fight. But once the dragon moved, it quickly backed off. The rooster reminded me of Rodri. When a rooster decided to attack, it tried to learn how a cat hunts a mouse. This young one was in desperate need of water, but was captured by crocodiles, and the mother barely escaped while the baby was caught. The crocodile's ability to stay hidden in the water makes even smart animals like baboons unaware of their approach. That's why the baboon A great white shark, facing a killer whale, found out what happens when it faces an opponent about 10 meters above it. These marabou storks played with the fish they caught, enjoying the best moments of their lives, until an eagle attacked and stole their catch. Never play with your food. This antelope, unable to escape the mud fast enough before a lion caught it, met its end. Lions usually hunt in groups, but this antelope was alone, which made all the difference. This leopard, attacking a baboon, learned the hard way that strength rules in the forest, and the baboon was defeated. These penguin chicks, minding their business, were suddenly attacked by a bird. A storm bird almost carried one of them off until a group of penguins, led by an Adelie penguin, bravely intervened to drive it away. Adelie penguins are among the most aggressive and dangerous penguins, and the storm bird knew it should back off. epic encounter occurred in Botswana, where three brave lions decided to cross a river, not knowing they would face an unexpected opponent. As they approached the river, one lion stayed behind to check the surroundings. This was a strategic move. They thought they had crossed, but a giant hippopotamus emerged from the water, leading to an intense battle between the lions and the powerful hippo. Both sides survived without serious injuries, but the hippopotamus proved to be a formidable force. Tourists on safari in the wild of western Serengeti in Tanzania witnessed a wild confrontation between a lion and a baboon. The interesting part was that the baboon, with a plant on its arm, had a different idea: defense mode. The lion attacked fiercely, but the baboon caught it off guard, and the lion fled. The baboon relentlessly chased the lion, and with a terrifying roar, the lion was unaffected. Meanwhile, three lions entered the scene to protect their family, but now the tables had turned. The baboon, with swift attacks and several good bites, found itself in a tough spot. The lion pride eventually took down the brave baboon, proving once again that a pride of lions is not to be messed with. The debate about the Lion King versus the King of the Jungle, the tiger, is quite intriguing. Tigers, typically weighing around 362 kilograms, have the advantage over lions, which usually weigh around 250 kilograms. However, size isn't the only factor. Tigers, being solitary hunters, are physically stronger with more prominent muscles and larger paws, giving them an edge in one-on-one encounters. In ancient Rome, tiger and lion fights were popular, and bets were consistently placed on the tiger. Even today, when a tiger enters a lion's cage at a zoo, it's clear that the tiger has the upper hand. Tigers are faster and more aggressive, able to defeat lions with swift, powerful strikes. The tiger's superiority is not just physical, but also related to their lifestyle. As solitary hunters, they have developed advanced survival skills, whereas lions hunt in groups, relying on collaboration and teamwork. In the end, a tiger would likely defeat a lion in a one-on-one fight, but when lions work together in a pride, the outcome could be different. Strategy and cooperation can change the dynamics of any battle. Hyenas are another force of nature not to be underestimated. These fierce carnivores, often dismissed as weak, are incredibly strong. Their bites can even cause problems for lions. The largest species of hyenas, the spotted hyena, has a bite force of 1,100 kilograms, which is almost equal to the bite force of a polar bear, despite hyenas being much smaller. Hyenas live in groups of up to 80, which gives them a significant advantage. Lions may be able to defeat a hyena alone, but when faced with a hyena pack, the strategic advantages tip the scales in the hyena's favor. Despite their small size, hyenas have incredibly strong bite forces, and sometimes success requires more than just raw power. In the African savanna, hyenas often pose a serious threat to lions, who are considered the kings of the savanna. Giraffes, surprisingly, can be quite dangerous. Lions are usually reluctant to attack giraffes because their powerful legs and quick reactions make them tough targets. However, their size and defensive abilities make giraffes formidable opponents for lions. Similarly, buffaloes are dangerous rivals for lions. Their speed, strong horns, and ability to move in groups make them tough to take down. These seemingly calm creatures are extremely effective at defending themselves. Understanding the survival strategies of these creatures helps reveal the complexity of nature's balance. Every animal has its own advantages, contributing to the ecosystem's balance. But in many situations, the giraffe's size and strength would give it the upper hand. At first glance, these large creatures may seem calm, but they possess effective survival strategies. All these fights illustrate the struggle for survival inherent in the animal kingdom, showing that in nature, it's not always the strongest but the smartest and most strategic who survive. These are just a few examples. Nature is far more complex and often shaped by entirely unexpected outcomes. It's really fascinating. While lions are considered the strongest hunters in the wild, they face tough competition from animals like zebras, porcupines, and elephants, each of which can challenge a lion with their own defensive strategies. In particular, zebras' powerful bites and rear leg kicks can put lions in difficult situations. Lions typically rely on their prides to take down such strong animals, but they're in trouble when they are alone. The example of porcupines is especially intriguing. Though small, their quills pose a serious threat to lions. This shows how creative and effective nature's defense strategies can be. When it comes to elephants, their size and power are impressive enough to easily overpower lions. Lions can struggle against elephants, and even a group of lions would have a tough time taking one down. But this shows how complex the balance in nature is. Fights with crocodiles are equally interesting. Crocodiles are extremely skilled and powerful in the water, and lions, being land animals, are at a disadvantage when facing them in water. Wild nature is truly unpredictable. Lions are indeed strategic and intelligent hunters, and a group of lions moving in unison is incredibly strong in tough encounters. Even against powerful opponents like crocodiles, lions can gain the upper hand by working together and targeting weak spots. Elephants are certainly formidable opponents. Their size and strength make them among the toughest animals in nature. A single elephant can hold off a pack of lions, but it is the strategy that truly determines the outcome. lions' cooperation and teamwork could decide the battle. The competition for survival among animals is fierce, and each species is continuously evolving to adapt to these challenges. Through these encounters, we see how strategy, size, and strength all come into play when it comes to survival. It's truly amazing how complex and beautiful this struggle is.